Hi there, it's Kaya from kajcyika.crafts, and today we'll make this masculine card featuring brand new set from Jane's Doodles called Plants. So yeah, let's take a look at the set first. So as you can see, this set has 4 different plants in it and some sentiments. I found it really perfect for masculine cards because I struggle with making those cards because there are not many sets suited for it, but this one is perfect. Okay, so now let's focus on a card. As you can see, I already prepared this pattern paper and I will use this border die from Najlepši part to die cut my white piece, and you will see how beautiful this looks. And I already cut it down to be slightly smaller than my card base, and this is how it will look like later. But now we will stamp out our images. I wanted to have 2 plants in the background, and I will use my Misty, and I will also use my Simon Says stamp ink that matches perfectly with my cardstock or with my pattern paper. It's called Stone. So I will just stamp it once in the right hand side and once on left. And the good thing about Misty is that if you don't stamp it perfectly, you can do it again on the exact same place. And as you can see, I stamped it 2 times because I wanted to have the color a bit bolder. And now for a bit more interest, I will use these accents that Jane included in the set, and I will just stamp it randomly on my background. You can see this plant will go in front of these 2, but I wanted to make sure that I have balanced it out, so I will use 3 different shapes that Jane included, and I will, as said, just stamp it randomly. I will make sure that I also stamp it on the flowers, or not the flowers, sorry, on the plants, and this will help bring this background together. I will also make sure that I stamp more times in the bottom section, and then it will fade out towards the top, if this makes any sense. So I will just use this image that has 3 dots now, and I will just stamp it, and this will be actually it for this part of our background. I will just stamp it a few more times, and this is how it will look like. We will just glue these 2 pieces together now. I will help myself with grid that I have in the background, and I will just glue them down with my double-sided tape that I already applied in the back of my white piece. And now we'll just stamp this main image out. This one I stamped with my Versafine Onyx black ink on my Derwent watercolor paper. And I will just put my Zig marker on a paper and I will blend it out with my watercolor brush. And you want to make sure that you have a really good paper, because working with zigs may be tricky if you have a paper that really soaks in the color, or if you have troubles moving your color around while you are working with zigs. You may want to invest in a paper that is really good, because as you can see, when I'm applying the color, it stays on the paper and it doesn't sink in, so you won't have any problems even if you don't blend it out right away. So I think that I will do another video comparing the papers for working with zigs, so comparing the watercolor papers. If you are interested, please leave me a comment so I will know if this is something that you want to see. But yeah, for me working with zigs is really quick because I have this really good paper. So yeah, I already finished the coloring. Now it's time for our sentiment. I will emboss it on black, so I will use my Versamark ink. And I will also use my white embossing powder. This one is from Rayher, Witted White, and I will just hit set it, and that will be actually it. We will just have to put everything together now. Okay, so first I will put down this panel that we glue together, and I will just center it, and I will leave this small border around. I will try to make it equal, and I will use my double-sided foam rectangles to add some dimension to this main image. And of course we will need to glue down our sentiment. For a bit more interest, I cut the edge down a bit, and I will just make sure that it fits. So I will just trim it down a bit more, and I will use my double-sided tape where the area is raised, so where the plant is, and I will use my foam squares to pop it up where it needs to be popped. So I will just make sure that I put it straight, and that's it. Hope that you enjoyed this video tutorial. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And yeah, see you again soon. Bye bye!